Okay. Good morning. I have to do these things for my videos so I know where I'm actually starting class and cutting off. Okay. All right, so extend the legs. Yeah, has anybody tried this at home even once or twice? Yeah, do you feel the knees starting to drop? Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising, you figure, you're relaxing, right? Like this, and you realize, oh, I'm kind of holding up, and oh, the knees are sticking up, so I have to kind of press the knees down. Yeah, so you press the knees down, and you can feel the back of the legs starting to stretch. So if you wanted the ankle stretch, right, you could pull the feet back to really stretch the back over here. Right? And then you could just kind of gently stretch forward and back and forth. So you could do it as a stretch. But for the Tai Chi, the relaxing, I just want you to practice letting go. Yeah. Real hard, yeah. I mean, especially over here, you can feel, well, for me, because these muscles are so tight, I can feel these muscles resisting. And I want to just relieve that pressure. It's, yeah. But every morning when I wake up in bed, I have to, I arch my back and I try to stretch. I can feel all these muscles just fighting and fighting over there. Okay. So you sit up straight and you really listen to your feet. Press the knees down if you need to. Are you holding the ankles? Let them go. Right? Are you holding the hips? Let them go. I was looking at one of my friends posting his pictures on Facebook, and I said, "Oh, I gotta talk to you about." And he's strong and he just does everything. He's just one of those guys. But I said, "I gotta talk to you about these hips, about sinking into these hips. It's different. I can see his form. Oh, I wish I could reach him and push his hips in." But yeah, he writes. He's a contributor as a young martial artist. He's a contributor already for these magazines. So he's into everything. He knows everybody. Trains every different style. He's tradition. Does traditional Chinese medicine. He does what they call functional movement now. When you see functional movement, it should involve more knowledge of kinesiology and anatomy. Yeah, not just, hey, just do this exercise. Yeah. So it's more what we're talking about. You gotta listen to your body, relax, really relax. Yeah, from there. Yeah. So let your feet down. Yeah. You see how you're holding them up. Yeah. So we just do all this automatically. Yeah. Drop your feet. Drop your ankles. Drop your ankles. Drop your ankles. Relax your ankle. Yeah. So you can see that little bit. Yeah. Yeah. From there. And then after a while, you watch people. When you can see the tension in people, then you know you're developing. Because first you have to recognize it in yourself, right? And then you watch people and you want to fix everybody, right? But you know if you do, yeah, they're going to kick you out. Don't touch me, you're irritating, leave me alone. But when you can see that tension in others, that means you're starting to recognize it in yourself. Yeah. Okay. All right, so bring the hands up. So just let the legs fall. Stretch the upper body. Feel from the hips through the spine, the rib cage, all the way up, stretching and then flowing down. When you come down, imagine everything falling right back into place. Breathing in and out. The tip of the tongue and the roof of the mouth. Think way up in the sky, gathering that energy, dropping the shoulder blades. Imagine the palms through the body, washing, cleaning, flushing. Breathing in and out. Let go of the hips. Let go of all the joints. One more time. Just feel everything stretching and opening. Breathe in from the earth, up through the bottom of the feet, flowing through the bones, all the muscle tissue, up the spine, over the head, down the front of the body. Breathe in. and out. Breathe in and out. Come up from the side. Breathe in. Just the height of your shoulders. Don't have to go any higher than your shoulders. Oh, I can feel my right hip pulling and pulling. And drop your shoulder blades. Look way out at the horizon, at the mountaintop. Scooping down. Deep breath. Squeeze and exhale. In the bones. Ligaments and tendons. Bring everything back. Now bring the feet in. Yeah, so I can feel this side really tight. So leaving it like this, my right side more than my left is pulling and fighting. I can feel it sore and tight, and I just want to let that go. Yeah. So when you feel that tension and you feel that little pain coming out, right, instead of saying, "Oh, I gotta fight through it," you have to learn to let go and relax. Yeah. Relieve that. Right? Because when you're fighting through it, then you're holding, creating more tension, right? Yeah. So no matter how much you want to do that, you have to say, okay, let go, relax that muscle, and then you feel it relieve. You have to just teach yourself. You got to trust relaxing, right? So relaxing is number one. So I have to be careful in class because the more relaxing becomes number one for me, I don't care about the form. So I'm going to stop teaching the form. The form, right? If the form has 108 movements, it's giving you 108 movements to practice relaxing. It says 108 different situations to maintain relax, maintain stretching, open the heart. That's all it does. Yeah? So once you learn the movements, you know them. Right? The movements don't change, but you can relax more. So if you relax more, then the movement refines. Then the movement gets nicer. Yeah. And the more and more I train, it's understanding that you have to progress through stages of development. Right? So we go from really heavy, strong concrete, right? It gets lighter, gets more internal, and then you got to go back again, and then go forward again, and then you got to go back, right? Test, and then, right? Said, oh, you reach the top of the mountain. That means, I know all the forms, I understand all the pose, fly. Oh, then you have to take all that knowledge and mix and match, and start playing with them. It's not one; it's a combination of everything. Yeah, that's what I'm slowly, really starting to understand now. So I have to have some concrete, have to have some internal, have to have some external, have to have some only mind, right? Have to have some pressing more, have to have some, remember we talked about pulling the cable, right? Have to have that. Yeah. And so you focus on one, you train that one skill, but if you only do that, maybe you can reach the top of the mountain, but you cannot fly. Maybe you reach the middle because you only perfected that skill, yeah, but you cannot go to the next level. It's learn, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. Maybe that's why we keep getting reincarnated, right? Because it's like, hey, you didn't learn, you got to learn some more. And if you spend your next life only learning the same thing, like, oh no. Hey, you got to move on to the next lesson. All right. So walk the feet back in. Come up. Yeah, feel the whole body expand. Let go of all the joints. And down. Yeah, so using this now, we want to just set that frame. Just resting the feet on the ground and gently pressing the toes. Right? Just making those small adjustments. Starting to open the palms. Feel the fingertips being pulled and stretched. Feel the bottom of the feet being sucked into the earth, being pulled. Take a nice deep breath and let it out. Turn the palms and breathe in. And exhale, tilt the sternum up. Listen for that full feeling and then down. Relax the neck, just let the head fall. Just use the weight of the head to pull and open up the neck. So right here, feel how light everything is, and then it's your whole body starts filling up, and then you come down. Breathe in, extend and reach, washing the face, tilting the sternum up and down. One more time. Feet extending into the earth, being pulled into the earth, fingertips being stretched. Gently pulling on the spine. Okay, one hand up, one hand down. Fold, height of the face. And breathe in as you turn. Relax the lower hand. The eyes first looking at the palm. Breathe in when you turn. And exhale. And then eyes looking at the second finger. Just drop the other hand. Yeah, let the other hand fall on the side of the leg. And exhale. Inhale. And look in between the thumb and the second finger at the horizon or the mountaintop. Just drop the other hand on the side of the leg. Yeah, let it go. Come back to the throat. Just one time. And down. Fold. Squeeze. Up. Just stretching the fingertips. Pulling the feet into the earth. The feet being pulled into the earth. And breathe. Stretch forward. All the way down. Come forward. Turn the palms. Rotate. Squeeze. All the way down. And then one side. Listen under the shoulder blade. Feel those muscles under the shoulder blade pulling and stretching and squeezing. Put your mind in the bottom, the inside bottom corner of the shoulder blade. That's the only part you're moving. Feel the feet being sucked into the earth. Right? So the toes don't lift, the heels don't lift. And the fingertips being stretched. Come forward when you're done. Let the waist turn, let the head turn. Turn the palm out. Push the shoulder blade up. Pull the shoulder blade up. All the way down. And relax and do the other side when you're ready. Squeeze the shoulder blade up. Pull. Keep the fingertips stretched. Relax all the other joints. Breathe. All the way down. Relax when you finish, then two sides back. Squeeze and then up. And forward, all the way down, and then turn the palms out and forward, and up and down, all the way down. Relax. Okay. And then loose circles. Yeah. Shake it out. Yeah. Okay, and then slow it down. Okay. And then breathing in. Yeah, make all the joints light. Remember, relaxing all the joints. Top of the head suspended. At the bottom of the feet being pulled into the earth, being sucked into the earth. Fingertips stretching and pulling. And everything else letting go. And then slowly turn the waist, loosen up the hip, loosen up the waist. Move the pelvic joints. Breathing in and out. And relax. Okay, hold the ball, one hand up, one hand down. Yeah, put your mind on your spine. You're stretching his fingertips, letting it pull. Straighten out the wrist. Feel it expanding the spine, the hip, the rib cage. Relax. Sink the breath down. Take a deep breath. And slowly let it go. Stretching the fingertips, washing through the forearms. Feel the warmth of the palm washing through the forearms. Feel the shoulder blades connect. Okay, drop the elbows. You want the spine expanding, every vertebrae expanding, stretching. Deep breath. And slowly exhaling, let everything fall back into place. Breathing in. Imagine the spine filling up with air as you breathe in. Expanding, stretching, and then everything collapses perfectly back into place. Create room in between the joints. And create room for the nerves, the blood vessels. Imagine the muscle tissue relaxing around the bones. Imagine the spinal fluid moving easily and cleanly up and down the spine. One more time, and then spirals. Turn the palm, turn the waist, drop the elbow, wash the outside. Yeah, make your palms nice and large. Feel the fingertips stretching. And exhale when you turn, relax. And then wind up and breathe in. And then exhale when you turn, letting it go. Turn as much as you can. You can imagine the spine being pulled. And then it lets go. And then the muscles grab the spine again. And they pull and twist the spine in the other direction. Breathe in, and then it lets go. Spring back to center. And turn, good. One more time. Last one. Nice big palms. Fingertips being pulled and stretched outwards. And come back to heart. Just remember, heart is number one, relaxing is number one. Turn the palms up and down and keep on turning towards the upper elbow. Just gently turning, the spine being pulled, and it lets go. Imagine the muscles on the side of the spine pulling and twisting the spine one way and letting go. Then it grabs the spine and it pulls the spine, twists the spine in the other direction. And lets go. And come back to center. Solar plex, a little lower. Look straight ahead. Look way out to the mountaintop. Bring one foot in. Press the other foot. And let the arms go. Pull the hands up. Press the feet into the earth. Press both feet into the earth, and then imagine them being pulled into the earth from the bottom, just being sucked into the earth. So you can relax the very bottom of the foot. Relax all the joints. Just let the feet being pulled, like something pulling the bottom of the feet. Sink into one hip, so one heel releases, and then begin, pick up, the other foot being pulled and sucked into the earth, and then transfer, press first, and then transfer into the hip, and the bottom of the foot being pulled and sucked into the earth, and then transfer, breathing in and out, the palms pulling the energy up and guiding it back down. Just take your time. Yeah, don't worry about the timing of the hands. And just really listen to the feet and the hip joints. Feel the whole foot flat on the floor. Relax the bottom of the foot. Pick the knee up as high as you comfortably can. Right? Just take your time. One more time. And let the foot go all the way flat. Come back to center, hold the ball. Drop one knee, turn. Here, feel the fingers being pulled and stretched. It's pulling. Your body just turns and follows. Right, and then it releases. And then the fingertips are being pulled away from you. And then it releases. Breathe in. Let the body turn and exhale. One more round. And make sure you drop the knee or turn the foot. You want to open up the pelvic joint, open up the hip joint. Yeah. Okay, come back to center. Relax. Keep pick up opposite. Slowly, heel first. Feel the fingertips being pulled and press the knee down. And then lift. Yeah, other foot is flat on the ground. Switching. Fingertips being pulled away from you. Press the knee down. Lift the standing foot flat on the floor. Okay, I'm going to pump the ankle this time. Heel and knee and then pump. You can feel the hips starting to open up. And exhale and pump the foot. Okay, and add the waist turn. So heel, foot, and turn. And then back. Top of the head suspended, holding the body up. Fingertips pulled and stretched. And down. Relax. The ankles. Yeah, so when you point the toes, if you wanted to, right where you're stretching the toe, you could imagine the toe being pulled and stretched away like the fingertips, just for that one movement. Yeah, so the standing leg, the bottom of the feet relaxed, being pulled and just sucked into the earth like there's a huge vacuum hose connected to your feet. Small toe, big toe. Up. The more you sink into this hip, right, the more this leg will just kind of bounce up. Yeah, switch when you're ready. Okay, and relax. Open and close your hands. I'm kind of reverse. Everybody else, they're taught to start class like this. It's so funny. When I go for training, I have to think, oh, wait, what am I supposed to do? What's the program protocols? The main program protocol is safety. And so everything, right, any little modifications or changes, I have to remember, right, that as long as I represent this program, the Tai Chi for Health Institute program, right, safety number one, you don't take a chance. Yeah? So I always want to do push hands, I always want to touch and correct, and I have to like, oh, okay, move your feet. Or if I touch, it's just real gentle, yeah, and like not grabbing and that kind of stuff. So when I start going into that world, I have to say, okay, we're not doing Tai Chi for Health anymore. Otherwise, I have to burn my certificate. Okay, yeah. So. So it's a progression, right? If okay. So extend the legs, yes, right? Extend the legs, find that point where they're just resting, right? And then bring them in a little bit more. So it's really, it's just really comfortable and solid, right? So the first one is just pressing, right? Just press your feet, just use muscle, press your feet. Press the toes down, right? Just that real solid, strong feeling, right? Strong, just all muscle, right? Just pressing. Okay? Then while you're pressing, you start to relax and imagine the muscles being pulled, right? Imagine just the muscles. You have to think of each muscle being pulled, and then you start relaxing the joints so the joints can expand, right? And the inside, you're controlling each muscle, the muscles being pulled, right? The toes reaching down. So you get as much pressing into the earth as possible, and you think of, oh, that energy just flowing, yeah, the bottom of the feet relaxed. And then the last part where we're at is the bottom of the feet now being pulled and sucked into the earth. So imagine there's a vacuum hose on the bottom of the feet and it's being pulled. And when you switch to that feeling of being pulled, right, only thinking of that sucking the feet down, you should feel everything relaxing. Yeah? So it changes again. Yeah.
How you relax and then lay back.
Yeah.
Kind of silly, but when you sit on the toilet bowl, somehow you sit down, your feet are planted.
Oh yeah.
It's different
Yeah.
what you say.
No, that's no. Yeah, sitting on the toilet. That is. Yeah. It's similar, right? It's a time when you can actually practice. Right? Yeah. Right. I don't know how many of you sit longer than you have to, right? So you're sitting longer than you have to, right? You're not squeezing, then yeah, you can practice that. But no, it is funny because nowadays there's somebody making money, right? I'm basically putting a riser around the toilet bowl because they're saying, right, when you do your bowel movement, your hips are supposed to be like this, right? So in the squatting movement, so they're basically selling just a little plastic riser, so your knees are up. You haven't seen those? Oh, yeah, that's all it is. They're saying, right? I've never studied it to see if it's true or not, but it's supposed to be like if your knees are higher and they're up, right? Then the flow of your intestines and the flow of the colon is supposed to be straighter. So I guess everything goes nicely coming out. For the kids, it's good, right? So if you have short legs, it makes sense anyway, right? But yeah, that's yeah. No, it is funny. That's I say whatever imagery makes sense to you, right? And then you're going to see that's an application. Yeah. When we train, we only see it in that world, and then we walk out of the classroom and we don't apply it. And then one day we realize, hey, wait, that's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, and there. Yeah. See, and that's going to stick now, right? Yeah. Any toilet imagery going to stick with you. Okay. Yeah. So it's the same with standing. Okay. So try and stand. Not try and stand. So I'm so Hawaiʻi. Stand. So before we do the set, right? So if we're standing, you have to relax, right? And same thing now. We want to press the feet into the earth. So the bottom of the feet, the toes cannot be up, the toes down. You cannot hold on to the muscle, right? So you have to relax, right? Everything bend, and then start pressing as physically as you can without rising. Imagine you pressing your feet into the earth, and the bottom of your feet pressing into the earth. Right? Just try to muscle it. Just press. Right? And then you're holding that strength. You start to relax and think of only the muscle stretching inside the body. Right? The same progression. So now the muscle is stretching. Relax the bottom of the feet. Right? The feet. Imagine the legs heavy. So you have to relax and heavy, and then the muscles pulling and stretching down into the earth. Yeah? And then let go of all the joints, all that weight. So you have the weight and you're pressing the muscle down. Right? Again, you don't see me trying to do this, right? I'm just relaxing. I'm just focusing on here. And then while you're holding, if you can hold and start to feel it getting heavy, right? Sinking. So that's rooting. Right? That energy can flow, relaxing bottom of the feet, but then change it to while you're holding the bottom of the feet being sucked and pulled. Right? You have a vacuum hose being sucked and pulled. So it's a progression. It's a progression of skills, but it's not any one skill by itself. You're just training each one. Yeah. So you shake that out. Right? And then you try it again, right? Relax, let this fold. This has to fold, right? So you can see, I let my body angle forward, right? And I don't look up, because if I look up, That's what I'm doing to my neck. So if my body angle, I should be looking down at the ground. Then my neck is relaxed. Right? If you want to look up, you just roll your eyeballs. But then there's tension in your eyeballs, right? Yeah. So when you come down, you let go of everything, right? And then imagine your legs heavy, 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 bottom of the feet relaxed, and then imagine you pressing, right? Start off with that physical muscle, just pressing the legs, upper body relaxed, right? And then you start feeling the muscles surging and pulling into the earth. And relax the bottom of the feet, right? All the muscles. And as they pull, you expand the hip joints. So the hip joints open and the muscles are pulling and pressing into the earth. Legs heavy. And every time you do it, you notice you'll let go of the joints a little bit more, the areas around the joints. And then feel that muscle being pulled and sucked into the earth. The imagery is there's a vacuum being pulled and sucked into the earth. And every time you change the imagery, see if you can feel like, oh, you're letting go, and the feeling changes. If you train a lot and you watch people, you might see them get a little bit more relaxed. But if you don't train, like, what's the difference, right? And when you first learn it, what's the difference? No difference. Yeah? Okay. So if I'm trying to push something, right? Like, oh, I gotta move this cabinet or something, and this thing is like 500 pounds, right? Okay. So, first thing we do, right? Everybody like, okay, get ready, right? Like, oh, everybody lifts their shoulders. Oh, that's not going to do it. Right? That's going to disconnect everything. So you have to sink, but everybody's like, strongman contest, right? Right? They tense. Right? Everybody's tensing and flexing their muscles. And that's how we learn, right? If we want to expand strength, we tense and flex the muscles. Okay, so you do this, right? Tense and flex the muscles. You feel strong, right? Are you any stronger than you were? No, but you feel strong, right? So actually, it's an illusion of strength, right? So if you feel strong, that just helps your self-confidence. I can feel my strength, right? But what are you doing? You're feeling your strength because you're holding your strength in. We don't need to hold our strength in, right? We have to exert that power out. So you have to relax so that power goes out. So one of the things we learned in self-defense, like somebody grabs me, right? I want them to grab me as hard as possible, and then I need to relax. Because the more I relax, right, it becomes like grabbing a sponge. Right? So if I turn this hardness into a sponge, then they have to grab harder, right? So I want them to grab as hard as they can. I want them to be as relaxed as possible. And the harder they grab, the more locked they are, right? Because their whole focus is holding on to me, not manipulating me. Right? And you can do that, especially with the large area. But you grab, right? You grab somebody or somebody grabs you, and then you relax the muscle and they have to grab harder. Right? And you're more relaxed and you relax and they have to grab harder. And the more relaxed you are, the less control they have on you. And your hand can move like this. Right? But if you stiffen, right, cannot move. Yeah. So you're pushing something, right? At first it's like, right? And then you relax and sink, and then imagine the muscles just expanding, right? And then relax and sink, and imagine something pulling my hand. And imagine my feet being pulled. And then I have to adjust all of those things. So when I adjust all of those things, it's not only being pulled, but I have to give some expansion, right? But when I'm expanding, it's being pulled, so it's accelerating, right? And I have to have some muscle. Then all that power, that energy that I can exert grows and grows. Yeah.
So if somebody grabs you, you relax and then you twist away?
Oh, well, that's technique, but it's not self-defense class. we can talk about a self-defense class. But here, if you grab my hand, right? Whoa, wow, wow, oh, that was scary. That was scary. You used to catch almond crab and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wow. Oh, I got chicken skin. Okay, you grab, right? And you grab as hard as you can. Right? So if I tense, right, grab as hard, you drop your shoulder. Right? Grab as hard as you can, right? Okay.
So how do you get away?
You gotta grab harder. Right? Grab harder. Right? So the more relaxed I am, right, you're losing control, so you gotta grab harder. So you see how locked you become. Yeah. So yeah, how to get away, that's technique. I cannot show you here. Well, I can, but I cannot show you on you. If Ross was here, I could demonstrate on Ross. Yeah, there's. You know, it's hard. Yeah, there's what I might do automatically, and then there's, oh well, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. But yeah, all martial arts teach you center line. Yeah, I would kick. somebody grab you, right? I would just. I used to wear hard shoes because my teacher was all into hard shoes. None of this Billy Jack nonsense. Let me take off my shoes and fight. Right? Shoes. You know, now I wear comfortable shoes and not as quite as paranoid and stuff. But yeah, he would talk about he would wear leather shoes, leather bottoms, because why do we wear shoes? To protect your feet, right? So if you're in a fight, you don't want to get cut, you don't want to get injured. Right? So the shoes protect your feet. Okay? You wear hard sole leather shoes. Oh, when you kick. So we have jams and things. So if I do toe kick, right, and it's a hard edge, like they would talk, my teacher and some of his classmates, and there was that time where they were all wearing beetle shoes. Yeah, toe, right? So they kick you, right? They're kicking with a pointed shoe. Yeah. They stomp, they scrape your leg, they're scraping all hard leather sole, right? Yeah. So my girlfriend knows, she I don't know if she remembers now, but before when I used to look for shoes, the first thing I do, I pick up the shoe, right? And I'm like, I'm feeling the front. She got used to that. Now it's like, I'm okay. My feet are wide. I need comfortable shoes. But yeah, there's so many techniques. There's hand locking, but yeah, you have to learn. You learn hand locking and hand techniques, and yeah, our kung fu, our style is all touch go. We talk about touch and go, and it's self-defense because you wait for the person to initiate the movement. Yeah, then it's self-defense. So old students I would talk to, they would say, "Oh, we're looking at our style, and almost everything we learn depends on the other person to move first." Right? They're trying to figure out what moves can I use to initiate the fight, the physical fight. It's self-defense. So the teacher would say, you move first, I move second, but I move faster. But you move faster because part of it is you putting yourself in a position to be closer, and you let the person expend. So just like this, yeah, as I relax, you expending energy, I'm relaxing. I'm going to take your energy and then throw it back at you. Yeah. Anyway, we get into self-defense. Okay. Wrong class. we can talk. You can talk to Hanakia there and the center people about self-defense classes if you want. Yeah, I was actually asked during the pandemic to put out a senior self-defense on my YouTube. I have a little video, but it's really about avoidance. It's about awareness and avoidance. Because if you don't train, you really cannot do techniques properly, right? You got to train. Yeah, you got to train. But it's about avoidance. It's about you being very aware of your surroundings, and you take the longer path if you have to. And I told them, you go to the mall, that's where you practice, right? As soon as you walk in the door, you're looking for the path of least resistance, even though you might have to go around, right? Yeah. And then you look at everybody. Because the person who wants to pick on the bully, right? Or the criminal, they're looking for the weakest person, right? They're looking for the person not paying attention. So if I come through the mall and like, hey, hi, right? And I look at you, I don't need to, right? I'd let you know that I've identified you, right? And even if they go, hey, what you looking at, right? Because now they're getting defensive. It's like, oh, no, sorry, it's the guy behind you, sorry, right? And then you walk away looking at them, right? They're just trying to build up their posture. Yeah. So I realized, like, our club was, when I basically stopped training, the club was in Chinatown. And I always wondered, how come nobody ever bothered me? We were on Smith Street. Yeah. And my assumption is because the way I walked, right? When I grew up and I took judo, they said, carry your judo gi on your back, right? That's the message to people, don't fool around with me, I'm training something. But in Chinatown, I'm just walking, not overt uniforms or anything, and nobody bothered. Yeah. I think at that time, probably I'm a little bit paranoid and I'm looking more, but it's just because, right? Like, oh, not victim, yeah. Yeah. So it's awareness. Okay. But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about for this class. So you start off with that real power, right? That's how we learn, right? So that real strength, and then you have to relax and feel the muscles inside expanding and stretching, right? And then relax as you feel them being pulled, right? So you start from you doing all the work to you just following, right? That's what happens if I pull, yeah? You just relax and just let me draw. And then you get greater extension, greater expansion, right? That energy is expanding outwards, right? So, yeah, from the toilet, right? Right. Right? Press the feet, right? Squeeze as hard as you can, and then start relaxing and imagine everything coming out by themselves, and then relax and imagine just you have vacuum, right? Whoop. Same thing, right? I hate to leave you with that imagery, but it really does apply, right? It really is the same thing, right? Real physical, yeah. Oh, the kids, right? When the kids are using the bathroom, right? You don't want to, but you have to sit, right? If you that person, Gung, come in the toilet with me. Oh, you're making pee-pee. No? Oh, no more breeze yet tonight. Oh, the window cannot open any much. But you watch them and they sit long time, right? And all of a sudden the face change. Right? That's all. You're squeezing as hard as you can. Yeah? So you can see the body change. So the kids are the perfect example. Okay, shake everything out. Let's get back on track. Okay, so extend the legs, right? Test this, right? Relax the hip. Yeah, press the knees down if you need to and let go the ankles, right? Sit straight. Yeah, feel the spine expanding away, right? So upper body expands this way, lower body expands this way. Okay, and then slowly walk them back. Find that Find that place just where it's comfortable, and you can just make the feet flat. The toes can press down. Look straight ahead. Sorry. Look straight ahead. Open the throat as you breathe. Lower belly expanding. And relax the upper body. Open the throat. Use the ha sound. See if you can breathe without the collarbone and the chest moving. Just the lower belly. Just sinking the air down. Slowly expand the fingers. Open the palms. Feel the feet being pulled into the earth. Feel the top of the head being pulled from above. Feel the fingertips being pulled. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. And breathe normally. You're ready, breathe in and pick up your palms. Pick up that ball of chi. Bring it to your heart. Right? Relaxing, and heart is number one. Number two, rolling. Just waking up that energy, bring it into the body. Rising up inside, washing all the organs. Stretch and bring it back to the heart. One, open and close. Turn to your right, single whip. Turn and press, and then open the palm, raise the palm, looking at the left hand. Keep on turning from single whip to Wan Sau, cloud hands. Okay, look at the palm first. Look at the second finger. And then slowly start moving to looking in between the second finger and the thumb. Look at the mountain top or the horizon. Scan. Look far away. Come back to center. Turn a little bit as you spiral back right into an open and close. And then repeat on the left side. So turn and press at the same time. And then open, raise the palms, look at the palm. Drop the left hand, single whip to cloud hands. Look at the second finger. The second finger, second line, eye level. Relax the shoulders. Feel the fingertips being pulled and stretched. And then look in between the thumb and the forefinger at the mountaintop or the horizon. Scanning. Come back to center. Turn a little bit to the right as you spiral back right in front of the heart. Remember, heart is number one. Think of that little sun in the chest connected to the sun in the sky. Right side, turn to the right. Slide the right hand up, brushing the knee. Middle finger taps the heart. Right? And then lift the sternum and cradle the heart. And then keep on turning, palms turn center. And 45 to the right. Left hand slides up. The waist. And then Parry. Use the shooting palms. The right palm washing the left palm washing the right. Left palm underneath. Turn, turn, turn. Cover. Flip the left hand over. Keep on turning the waist. Right hand on top. Outside of the knee. Breathe in and start to grab. Exhale and squeeze the fist. Right fist rises. And then both wrists come together. Rolling back. Drawing. Gather. Compress. Lift the sternum. Right? The feet are being pulled into the earth. And then brush knee on the left side. So turn to the left and slide the left hand up. Exhale, tap the heart with the middle finger and then the heel. Drop the other hand. Keep on turning, palms turn center. Turn. Right Right hand rising just about the height of the shoulder, and twist to your right. The left hand scoops under the right elbow. Okay. Parry left and parry right. Right? Let your palms and fingertips vibrate and shake a little bit. You're stretching the fingertips. Turn and cover. Flip the hand over, like flipping over a pancake. Wrist on wrist, outside of the knee. Breathe in and grab. Exhale, squeeze the fist, the left fist rises. And then release. Wrist on wrist, right in the center. Drop the shoulders and elbows, gather. Compress. Sternum. Release the wrist and come back, one open and close. Repeat on the left side. Turn. Breathe in, brush the knee, tap the heart, and then expand the heart energy outwards. Leisurely tying the coat. So fold into the left, right hand circles up. Turn back to the front, drop the elbows, wipe straight down to the belly button, relax the arms and lift close to the body. Center line, tuck the elbow in, turn the waist to the left as you project your palm out. Big spiral. Loosen the whole spine, loosen the hips. Double palm, release, open and close. And then repeat on the right side, brushing the knee first. Slide the right hand up, breathe in, tap the heart, then expand your heart energy out through your palm. Fold into your right, left hand circles up. Turn both palms to the front, wiping down to the belly button. Lift, extend, turn the waist. Big spiral, turn. Drop the arms. Remember, heart is number one. Okay, fist under elbow. Turn to your right and then open. Drop your right hand and then turn your waist. Right hand right in the center. The right hand grabs fist and you turn back. And turn your waist, turn your arms, fist under elbow. Breathe in and exhale. Let the right fist come out and rise and then open. And then fold. Turn your waist to the right. Washing down the arm. Right? Tap the heart and project from the right hand. Keep on turning. Repulse monkey. Right? Flushing down the arm. Letting it go. Tap the heart and project the heart energy through the left hand. Keep on turning. Washing down the arm. Flushing. Tap the heart and project that heart energy out. Leisurely tying the coat. Fold. Left hand circles up. Turn back to front. Turn your waist. Come to the belly button. Drop your elbows and lift close to the body. Push the palm out. Extend the fingertips. Right? Fingertips being pulled and dragged. You just go along for the ride. Double palm. Open and close. And repeat on the left side. So turn and then open, but drop the left hand and then turn your waist. Right? Then the palm will turn and then it grabs, faces up, turn, fist under elbow. Breathe in and turn and push the fist straight out. Let it rise and then open and then fold. Breathe in, tap the heart. Project that heart energy out through the palm. Keep on turning, washing and flushing, letting it go. The heart, project that heart energy out. Breathe in and out. Leisurely tying the coat. Turn, right hand circles up. Come back center. Wipe, turn your waist to the left. Come to the belly button, lift, tuck the elbows, push, or pull the fingertips out, right? Change the feeling from being pulled and dragged. double palm. Closing, breathe in, and let everything go. Yeah, press both feet into the earth, right? Release the hip joints. Feel that expansion, one leg back at a time. Let the upper body go. Hands up and down. All right. You wouldn't believe how many self-defense is in this set. And it's teaching how to move, yeah. Oh, I love this. Yeah. Did I show you that when Ross was here? You know, a lot of times when you do forms, right? The set, what we call the set or the lu is a dance, yeah. It's like a manual, right? So you're taking all these applications and you're figuring out how to join them in a dance. But you cannot fight like that, right? That's not real world. You cannot predict. Right? And you're teaching coordination, so you might have a hand technique, you might have a punch, a grab, a twist, a spiral, with the leg technique, and the leg might be lifting. But in reality, those can all be separated and broken apart, right? You don't fight out of the set. You get killed, you fight out of the set, right? But these movements, this set, there's a sequence where the whole thing flows. Like you can show like it could actually work like that. Yeah, it's so the. Oh, okay. So this part here, yeah. This depends a lot on turning the waist. Right? So the hand doesn't come all the way here, right? This will open too much, right? You'll open a little bit. You're probably not more than 45, and then it comes to the front. But because the body is turning, right? You see this angle, right? So this fold really hasn't changed, and then I'm going to turn, yeah, and then turn back from here. So all of this, right? Every time I say turn, yeah, I laugh because I can hear my teacher calling that out. Turn, and I think I'm turning, but what we learn, or what's happening is you're turning the shoulder, but the waist hasn't turned. Yeah. The real internal proper way is not to turn the waist or turn the body, it's to turn the spine. But you cannot see the spine, right? That's that refinement. So you turn the spine by thinking of the muscles on the side of the spine, grabbing the spine, right? And turning. Going back to the babies, right? The kids. Oh, and the kids don't want to be picked up. They just go limp, right? And you doing all the work. They're just following. And you gotta squeeze tighter and tighter. You cannot get them, right? When they don't want to be put down, they brace. It's the opposite. And same thing, like, you cannot drop, right? Now forcing you to hold them, right? The same thing.
When I did it, did the second move like this, I turned forward, tighter.
Yeah, because you're fighting. Yeah, you're fighting. So in the chair, right? In standing would come out, and I would sit back, and the whole, right? So this is turning, and this comes here, yeah. So it comes forward and it steps back to here, from here. So in the chair, yeah, we don't have that, right? So the chair, but you still have to turn. It's just a little bit if I do it standing, it's actually a smaller circle. But if I sit in the chair, Oh, I can whip like this, right?
But you don't do that. We don't do it. We do it.
I can.
But the spine will be, the spine will be, straight like right. The spine is moving, right?
Yeah, the spine's moving.
I get this.
Okay, so yeah, so on the oh, if I had a stool, right, could see it, but on the chair I can just rotate like this, right? Right, I can make a really big rotation, right? Because I'm sitting on the chair. It's safe. You know the movement, right? You know the hula movement. You don't see the hula movement. The hula movement is on the ground, right? Right? On the ground. I don't know what it's called, but that's, you see the girls squatting all the way, right? And depending on how strong and flexible they are, they can get way down, right? And it's that real big wind up, right? They don't just go like this, right? They're turning, right? The body's turning, right? It's still on the ground, right? Still has to turn. If they don't turn this, right, they can only go so much. This is going to be disconnected, right? If this is disconnected, useless for the lure, right? That's where your opponent wants it disconnected. Like, oh, good, don't turn your waist. So you have to turn. You have to turn. Yeah. So in the beginning, everybody turns their shoulders. Right? Everybody does this. Like, no, don't turn your shoulders. The shoulders have to follow the body. Turn the body, right? And relax the arms, right? And then turn the waist, right? And then grab the spine and let the waist follow the spine. So that's the same mechanical principle as this, right? The fingers being pulled, relax, let it stretch and straighten out. It still expand and go all the way, but you're not doing the work. And it's just pure imagination. You know, it's just a different feeling, being pulled and stretched, yeah? And everything can let go. So if everything's relaxed, right, you're not holding on, right? You can be like her. Oh, you missed it. Oh, you missed her move. Oh my God, I want to train her. I told her grab my hand. She would pack. Like, wow. It takes a long time, for people to just go pack. Yeah, that's why I know as a kid or whatever, right? You're catching stuff because you have to develop that technique, right? It's like praying mantis technique. Right? Pack. Yeah. Oh, scary. So they say you don't fool around with seniors because you really don't know what they know, yeah? Yeah. So anyways, from here, right, you have to, like if you keep your hands here, right? And then you turn. You turn. So imagine your spine being pulled, the muscles grabbing the spine. Feel the spine being pulled, right? And just relax and follow. Yeah. Yeah. So doing this reveals are you relaxed and are your arms following, right? Can they stay right in the center? Or as you turn, are your arms drifting? Some of you, your arms are drifting, right? So as you turn it, you're pulling like this, right? So you have to relax. So this is just an exercise to try and force your hands in the center, right? Do you have tension or is it just following? Yeah. Right. So same thing from here, yeah. So you come out a little bit more and turn. Are your arms following or are you pulling your arms? Right. Just let the arms follow. Right. And so come in. So the same kind of movement. Come out. So come out while you turn. Come out while you turn. Keep it lined up in the center, and as you turn back, it spirals back in. Right. Come out as you turn. And keep it right in the center. So no matter your body is here, right? It's in the center. Yeah. So you have to break free of that too, because if you think, oh, this is the front, right? You're always thinking like where the center is. This is center. This is always front. Yeah. This is always front. Okay. So keep your hands together, right? Keep it in the center, right? It comes in and out. That's all it's doing. It's going out and it's coming in while you're moving. It's coming out and in. And just trying to keep it lined up right in the center, right? Out and in. Then that spiral starts to come out. Right? It's not because the hands are doing this. It's because the body is doing this. The hands only going in and out. Right? So if you take it to Wan Sau, wave hands like clouds, right? Your hands only move up and down. Right? While I'm turning, my hands moving up and down. Right? So if I turn, right, I'm drawing a zigzag, but the hands only moving up and down. If I'm walking to the side, the hands only moving up and down. But now it looks like the hands making a circle, right? When you look at this angle over here, right? This angle hasn't changed. So the hand, if I stop at any point, the hand is basically simply, there's a little bit of movement, right? A little bit of circle. Yeah. So, right, I can turn my waist. Right? I can come as far back as I can comfortably, right? Sink it back down to the heart, right? And spiral back. Yeah. So if you feel this stretching, it's because you're opening this too much and you're tensing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to relax. So when you listen to the movement, right? I'll say, relax the spine. Feel like your spine is a whip. Just like you're whipping a rope. You're twirling a rope, right? So just let the whole body relax and then whip. So just like you have a whip, right? And you're gonna like, bah! It's the same movement, right? You're gonna twirl and then, bah! It really is, right? You take a string and, right? So use your body instead of only your arm. Use your body and out, right? Use your body and out from there. So that's like you're asking, what could do? Yeah, I could use that movement, right? So without grabbing, right? You just follow my movement, yeah, without grabbing, right? Without grabbing, right? So like if you grab and you're grabbing hard, right? And I use that movement, right? I'm gonna pull you, and then break the lock from there. So if I'm moving from the center, right, and everything is following, then she has to follow me, yeah, and come out. Yeah. So this is if you hold your hand like this, okay? So if you imagine that you're trying to grab me like this, so I'm catching you from the inside, yeah. So I'm on the inside from here, right? And then you're going to move with me out here, right? And then I'm inside. This one is going to protect me from your other hand, right? And then, I mean, it's a real simple, just kind of conceptual, yeah? So this will deflect, right? Your body will turn this way with me, right? And then, the problem with that is I'm on the inside, right? So I have to watch that hand. If your hands are like this, and I'm on the outside, right? When I turn, right? You're going to turn that way. I'm on the outside. So much safer to be on the outside. So especially when you first learn self-defense, safer to be on the outside, right? Because I'm controlling this hand, right? You're turning. So you got to worry about the free hand, which is far away from me. Yeah, from there. And then I wouldn't just stay here, right? I would turn and turn my body. So now I'm closer, I'm faster, right? So she moves first, I move second, but I move faster because I put myself in a position, right? So this hand is just free to kind of check from here. Yeah. So, yeah, I love this move. Oh, it's such a pretty move, right? So that's why the two hands have to sweep. It could just be one side, right? It could just be here, sweeping away. You would still turn, and then sweep away. So there's a lot of self-defense, but the purpose is, and that's part of the story of the sunset, Sun Lutang, is he designed the set for health. So he doesn't show you. If you don't know, you don't practice, you don't see the applications because the hands are like this, right? Like, I don't know, 80, 90% of the hands are just open, right? There's a couple punches and that's it. Okay? But when you have a punch, when you make a fist, that's a grab, right? That's why I say, right? Squeeze, right? Close, squeeze, and then let go. Not just the exercise, but there's technique. Yeah. But because the hands are like this almost the whole time, you don't see the grabs, the pokes, the punches, the uppercuts, the chops, whatever, right? He's teaching you how to move. So you can take what he's teaching you and make your stuff better because he's focusing so much on mechanics and internal. Don't care what the application is, right? In this form. Yeah. So actually practicing the Sun style will make my other Kung Fu better because I have to study, it's shoulders. Yeah. I have how I move, right? Really study. Yeah. Where you study others, I want to fight, right? Everybody walks into class. Teach me how to block, teach me how to kick, teach me how to punch, right? You're so focused on the fighting. 5 years later, how come you're still saying I'm doing it wrong? Because you're not studying the movement, right? You're too focused on the application. Yeah. My teacher would say, you got to do the drills, right? If you practice the form, if you practice the set is teaching you form, then I don't have to fix your form when I teach you application, right? Just 1 or 2 corrections, but you understand like, okay, supposed to be here, right? But if you don't practice the form, every time we do application, right? So in dance, right? It would be, okay, we're going to do a performance. Here's the choreography, right? Every time I teach you that dance, I still got to fix your form. Right? Get off the stage, right? Go back, practice your drills, right? Your exercises, right? Like, oh my God, how many times? Right? And as a student, you find the teacher knows. They just like, you practiced this week. You're like, they know. You didn't practice this week. They know. Right? As the instructor, from that side, like, okay. So that's why, you cannot, it's not just not appropriate to teach self-defense in this class, but it cannot it's not that simple. Yeah. It is, but it isn't. But I love this move because it's a whip, it's a winding, whipping. You loosen up all the joints. Just loosen. This is the one place, if you come here and you want to relax and collapse the body a little bit and then expand, you can do it here. Right? Because it's really is a whip. So if you just swing a little rope around, right, and you watch the rope, right, it will relax and then it'll snap and expand and then it'll relax in the movement, snap and expand. So when you're whipping something, right, it has this vibration, right? That's nature, right? That's wings, right? It relaxes and then it expands, and snaps out. So turn, right, relax, and then pop, right? And then come back to your frame, come back to your form. 2 sides. Here, we're just about we're out of time, but come and stand, and then I'll show you a little bit what it looks like in standing. So if we start, so if whatever it is, right hand, right foot, left hand, left foot, okay? And so from here you would step out, and the back foot would follow. When you come out, don't extend all the way, just a little bit, just halfway, and then you step back, And when you step back, you open up the hand. You're moving away from the hand. So now the hand opens. And then you pick up the foot and then you fold. You have to fold into here. And then you turn from the center. And then you come forward. Yeah. Yeah. So the first one, just half. And then when you step away, then you open, right? And sink into the hip, right? And then turn. And the palm starts rotating back. Come to the heart and turn back to the front and then step up. The back foot follows. Yeah. Yeah. And sink. Yeah. So the last part when you're doing this palm, yeah, you let the back foot follow. There's a shuffle step to release that energy, and that energy can come forward. Yeah. So you make this. You start off with a small step, and if you're comfortable, you can go a little bit bigger. On the wind up, right? Be careful. We're not on the chair, so you cannot lean all the way back. Yeah. So, but you have to sit on the hip. Yeah. And then come forward. Yeah. There. So you end it with your fingertips still connected from here. So as you're coming back, they'll talk about it like holding a serving tray, right? So as you're coming back, you rotate the palm. So when you come from here, it's not straight back, right? But it starts turning back from here. If you don't turn your waist, then it's awkward, right? It's like this. So you have to turn the waist, right? And then bring it to the heart, drop it down, bring it to the heart, and then right at the end, palm and palm, right in front of the heart, right in front of the heart. If the heart is a little lower than what everybody wants to do, they want to do a period. So for self-defense, mechanically, that helps you to sink and drop everything, makes it more effective. Yeah. The other thing that's happening is, even though we cannot physically touch hands, right, and show you in this class, because this hand is touching this hand, that's the beginning of that sensitivity, right? So left hand has to listen to the right hand. The right hand knows where the left hand is. If you disconnect, you don't know where the right and the left hand is. So anytime the hands are touching, you're developing that sensitivity. Right? And this hand could be the opponent to this hand, right? This hand could be the opponent to this hand. So they're learning how to lead and follow. Yeah. So if I can lead her, right? Or I can follow you, and she move, and let her move. It's never absolute. If it's absolute, you get stuck, right? Like, okay, so yeah, so one more time. So the hands come up, right? Tap, and take a step, and issue halfway out. The back leg follows. And then the back leg steps back, and then you open up the arm all the way, rock the toe back, and sink into the hip, and then spiral. As you come forward, step up, back leg follows from there. Yeah. One more time. Right. Hand rises, step, back leg follow steps, back leg back, extend the arms, pick up the front toe, spiral, heart, and step up. Yeah. You feel that energy flow, yeah, starting to come out and like whoop, from there. So in the set, we just come to here. Again, it's hidden. Yeah. So we're not emphasizing the palm strike, right? You emphasize the heart energy. Right? Emphasize the healing. Yeah. But the strike is there, you just don't show it. Yeah. So you gotta be careful when you criticize forms, people demonstrating forms in public, because you don't understand. They're not going to show you everything. They're going to hide. Yeah. Sometimes you show it to show your ability, but it's like you're doing a move and then you just kind of hide the move. Like, oh, he can pick up his leg. Right? It doesn't have to be way up like this, but sometimes you see like, oh, it's collapsed. It's like you can tell it's not there, but they're not going to show you. You just have to like, what is that for? Oh, I know it's for something, but it's got to be more than just exercise. But oh, they're hiding, right? Or they show you an application, but they only show you like 1/10 of the application. Like, oh yeah, it's for grabbing. Sure. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do in a grab. Yeah. Okay, so what's the two number ones? Ah. Relax. Relax is number one, and heart is number one. Yeah. He lied. He said he would never test us. No, that's all you get, right? Like, oh, I got to learn to relax more. I got to learn to heart energy more. Yeah. Okay. All right, hands on the lap. Sit nice and straight. Sun in the chest, smiling into the heart and expanding that heart energy. Okay. Your sun being fed by the sun in the sky. Okay. Let go, relax. If you want, you can just be resting, or you can just be lightly expanding. Okay. You decide. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Yes, rub your hands together. Hanakia, was there any announcements? Yeah, I had one, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just remember she talked about announcements like, sorry. Yeah, loosen everything up. Okay, right hand, left hand. Yeah, you're just going to kind of cut it short, but yeah, just kind of keep